Hi there, I'm Joshua Hanlon, and today I've come out to Memphis, Tennessee on a blistering 100-degree day in this crazy heat to visit Graceland, the home of Elvis Presley. This is a massive area combining the Graceland mansion with the museum exhibits and so much else to see here during your visit. Museum exhibits may take up a lot of the time and space here, so they go through all of Elvis's career and cover the story of Sam Phillips and Son Records while Elvis started out, and then go on to RCA Records and Elvis's career with Colonel Tom Parker. Throughout that time, you can see countless outfits that Elvis wore while on tour and while recording, and all sorts of stories from other artists that he's influenced as well. So that was one of my favorite parts actually of my visit here, was the section on music icons that were influenced by Elvis, because you really get an idea of just how impactful Elvis was as an artist when you hear about other musicians and singer-songwriters talk about him. Now, of course, the main draw for Graceland is Elvis's house itself, the mansion. And when you go there, they actually take you on a tour bus, and so they just kind of take you across the street from where all of the museums are. You get to see the graffiti wall as you cross the street, where people leave messages and all sorts of symbols and stuff to remember Elvis. And then as you go into the house, there's actually a fantastic tablet that you're given. And this tablet acts as a kind of digital audio guide and video guide as you walk around the house. And so when it's busy like it was today, even despite the heat, there were a ton of people here. It's great to have that audio guide kind of showing you around and telling you all about the different rooms in Elvis's house. And he had quite that mansion. It was crazy the way that he decorated. Obviously, you've got to remember, this was the 60s and 70s, so very different from today's decorating standards, but you've got the jungle room, the pool table room, just all sorts of the racquetball court, all sorts of crazy stuff that you can see when visiting the house. There's also beautiful grounds with horses and just wonderful gardens that you can walk around as well when you're visiting the house. When you're back at the main museum area, it almost feels like an amusement park a little bit, because there's kind of like a back lot that even has some like studios, there's a radio station, there's massive collections of Elvis's cars and vehicles that he collected, along with motorcycles and boats. Basically any motor-powered toy, and Elvis had it. He certainly knew how to have fun. So you can see some of everything during your visit here. And like I said, you can really spend the entire day here. That's very important though, because the price here is a big factor for a lot of people. So there are 4 different tiers you can come in at. The main tier that I think most people do is $75 per person, and that gets you into the mansion as well as through all of the museum exhibits and everything else. So that's kind of the total package. There are a couple higher tiers where you can pay quite a bit more to get kind of your personal guided tours, but that's not really necessary. I think you can have a great experience just doing the $75 package. But at that price point, you are approaching, kind of amusement park prices, so it does get very expensive. But because you can spend the entire day here, I do feel like it's worth the money. I was kind of skeptical going in. I would say I'm a fairly casual Elvis fan. I've certainly enjoyed his music, but not a massive fan by any means. But even as just a casual fan, I think it's definitely worth coming out here at least once in your life to see all of the different exhibits and all these objects and artifacts from Elvis's career, and see the mansion as well. So this is right in the Memphis, Tennessee area. If you're ever passing through, you can check this out. Also, if you're in the Memphis area, there's a really crazy pyramid that's a Bass Pro Shop as well in downtown Memphis. So make sure you check that out during your trip to the city here as well. Thanks for watching.